I definitely think Kendrick won.
Yeah.
For sure.
Why? What gave him the edge, you think?
Drake gave us J. Cole energy at the end.
Mm-hmm.
J. Cole said, hey, I'm out of this.
Yeah.
Drake did the same thing. He said, it was cool. It was
Yeah.
fun. It was
So you
like,
felt like he bowed out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never bowing out.
You going?
Ever.
What's up, world? It's your boy, Big Court of the Holdin Court Podcast and Legacy Builders. You already know what it is, man. We back with another one. And I also want to tell you guys about my new community, Legacy Builders. You can tap in at I'mBigCourt.com. Now, this is a community that focuses on mind, money, and motivation. So if you want to learn how to monetize your talents, monetize social media, e-commerce, business funding, go to I'mBigCourt.com. Don't meet me there, beat me there. So on that note, we'll go right into it. We have my beautiful daughter, oldest daughter, I have to say, because my youngest daughter works BTS, Rachel Renee.
What's up?
What's going on?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
college, I would say a quarter of my college soundtrack is here right
Hey.
now.
Hey.
That's fire. That's
Yes,
fire.
yes, it's
Yes,
good.
yes.
Thank you.
Man, listen, I had to write down, normally I don't do notes because I can just have everything off the top of the dome, but I had to do it this time because it was so much.
Bops.
Thank you, man. For
So
real.
listen, so I'm gonna give him so we have multiple Grammy nomination, Soul Train Award nominee, performance at the 2024 NBA Live House, 24 city domestic tour with international tour. He performed at the Revolt World Conference. Shout out to Revolt, that's my partner.
Okay.
Debuted number 10 on the album with his new album on Spotify, and he's independent. Let's highlight that the
Yes,
fact that he's
sir.
doing all this independent. We got the homie
Yes, sir.
Eric Bellinger. What's
going
with
on,
you,
man?
brother?
How y'all feeling today?
Good. How you doing, brother?
Great. Feeling good, man. Blessed and, highly favored.
And highly
You know what
favored.
they say.
Man, listen, brother, you have done wonders, man. You've been around doing your thing.
Yeah.
And listen, I keep saying independent because I know that grind. I know
It's
how
real.
difficult it is
Yeah.
to be successful and do the things that you're doing independent.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. I think it was a journey that I set out for and didn't even realize that's what I was signing up for.
Yeah.
It was just, I need a song recorded, so I'm recording it.
Yeah.
Not I'm the engineer.
Yeah.
And I think I would always just
Yeah.
do what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And here we are today.
Yeah. Got to get shit done.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to start from the top real quick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just kind of take it back.
All right.
So, Cali boy, born in Long Beach, right?
Yes.
From Long Beach, but grew up in Compton.
Grew up in Compton.
Yeah.
Just born at Long Beach
Yeah.
Memorial,
Yeah.
LBC.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, that's the hospital. That's the one. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? All the real ones know.
So what was it like growing up in Compton during that time?
Yeah. It was interesting because I was on a commute to Norwalk, Santa Fe Springs to go to school.
Oh.
So I wasn't necessarily around like that.
Gotcha.
I would go to school and then I would come home, and for sure it wouldn't be in my favor because people wouldn't recognize me when I would be in the city. I'm like, one time I remember like being a couple blocks from home and these dudes just, hey, where you from? I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, I live right there. That's my house right there.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
It was like, oh, all right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You good. But yeah, I was in the house.
And so you was at Bullets and Rosecrans.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow,
what is
yeah.
that? That's
That's
Pyru?
like,
is that Pyru? That's a mob, huh?
It's definitely the mob.
Yeah.
It was it was all red.
Yeah. That's the mob. That's
That's
looters.
all. That's all.
over there.
That's all I saw.
That's all black.
Shoestrings,
And
tennis
burgundy.
shoes.
Red and burgundy.
Red burgundy. 49ers jerseys. You feel me? Like
Bulls jersey. Remember the Bulls?
jersey.
Yeah.
That was it. Cortez.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people talk about it and wonder, like, yo,
Yeah.
is it really like that?
Yeah.
It's like that. It
Yeah.
really is. So I think for me, my mom and pops just wanted me to
Yeah.
Just get out, go to school, and it was just the best of both worlds, honestly, because I still had to come home.
Exactly.
And be there.
Yes, exactly.
You
you
feel me?
still had to go outside, even though you
Yeah.
had love and support in the household.
Exactly.
So how did you navigate? How did you manage not to get sucked into that?
Yeah.
You know.
I think my circle of friends, you know, my core friend group, I still talk to them, you know, all to this day. You know, we all was in church back in the day. At Faithful Central, they had something called the Takeover, and Kirk Franklin was actually the church pastor in Inglewood. So like we was all there, you know,
I
like
know that was live.
yeah, that was like the cool hangout
Yeah.
spot. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So, you know, after church, we chilling together still. Like, we going to, you know, playing football at Westchester High or whatever it may be. But we stuck together, and we was all prayer warriors, all my friends.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So even at a young age, so you grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Wow. So that had a lot to do with your choices. And
did.
Yeah.
It did, man. Train up a child. I'm trying to tell you.
Did you sing in the church?
I did, not by choice.
Okay.
Just on the program.
Yeah,
A, B, C selection. It's
Yeah.
easy. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I didn't understand anything. I was just like, why they got me singing? Why am I always
Yeah.
singing? But now I'm like, I'm so
Man,
glad and
yeah,
grateful that they
man.
was storing me up
That's right.
in front of the whole church, you know, at such an early age, because
Yeah.
it grew me in a different way.
Yep.
I'm not just on stage at the concerts now singing. I have a foundational pull from, you know, a standpoint where I was singing through spirit as
Yeah.
my introduction to performance.
Wow. Wow, that's deep. I'm curious, what was your favorite gospel song to sing?
My favorite gospel
Yeah.
song? Probably His Eyes on the Sparrow. I done sang that a million times.
So listen,
Yeah.
I had Lil Sody, rest in peace, on the show. He said the same thing.
Really?
He actually started singing it.
Wow.
Yeah,
He did?
and it went viral. And
Oh,
it
he
went
did?
viral. Yeah, yeah.
Sody.
Yeah. He actually started singing it. Rest in peace to the homie.
Fire.
Damn. So that was your favorite song right there.
Most definitely.
Could we sneak a bar or two out of you?
You want a little song?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm going to try to fast forward it so we don't start at the beginning.
Yeah.
When Jesus is my portion, a constant friend is he. His eye is on the sparrow, and I know he watches me.
Yeah.
Amen.
You know,
Hey,
spirit.
light,
You don't,
some
that's the
light.
spirit. You don't need no tea.
That's
You
the
feel me?
spirit
You don't need
moving.
no honey. It's just the sweet presence of God. You feel me?
Hey man, that's super dope. That's super,
Yeah.
and it's funny because I think Sody did the same bar.
The
Yeah.
same part?
He did the same.
I thought he might have
part.
started with
No, he did the
So
same.
I was
No,
like,
he did. He
okay,
did start with that
boom,
part.
wow.
He
See,
started
you know
with
what I
that
mean?
part.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
ahead always. I'm thinking ahead always.
Nah, that's dope, man. Appreciate
Mm-hmm.
that, man. So when did you discover that you had that gift? I mean, is this something you stumbled on? Did you come from a musical
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
household or?
No, I'm telling you, like, before I knew it, I was on the program, like, in church singing. Like, I was the kid singer in church, you know,
Yeah.
like 3 years old. Like, when you could hold a mic and not drop it,
Yeah, yeah.
throw him in the game, coach, you know?
Dang.
So I always, you know, knew.
Yeah.
And I think that's why my first mixtape series was Born to Sing.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes, sir.
3
Yes,
years
sir.
old.
The mic
Wow.
bigger than you, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm telling you. I'm like, yo, you got a training wheel, mic? Yeah.
So outside of singing in the church, were you also getting the message, like were your people like Bible thumpers, like teaching you
Yeah,
spirituality?
my mom and dad was youth pastors of the church, so I was
Oh, wow.
on the front
Okay.
row every Sunday.
Okay.
Like, not just, I wasn't hiding nothing in the pews. I was sitting up proper.
Yeah.
The best I could get out of the, you know, service is a peppermint before service ended.
Yeah.
Sound like the Midwest.
But you know what,
You know
man?
what I'm saying?
That's a beautiful thing, and
Yeah.
that's what I love to highlight, because a lot of times, especially us that come from these environments, it's always the proverbial story of, you know, I was in the hood,
Yeah.
my mama, I just had, you know, my daddy wasn't there, you
Yeah.
know, I was raised by my grandma, we gang banging, I'm getting suspended, you know,
Yeah,
but the fact
nah.
that you you are from this notoriously, gangster city.
Yeah.
And it lets us know that, and it shows that we're not a monolith, that,
Yeah.
there are black families with values
Yes.
and, with integrity that are trying to do the right thing, even in the hood.
Yep,
So
for
I
real.
love the fact that you got to experience that and you represent that. Because, some people would try to twist it, knowing they had a good family, came up in the church. It was hard, cuz, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, it was good. I was protected. I was safe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just grateful, for my parents, because I grew
Right.
up and they was, together in the house. We ride to church together.
Beautiful.
Dinner at home. It was
that's
that
beautiful.
fairy tale upbringing for
Yeah,
real.
so it's on some Cosby.
It really was. It was.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, thinking back.
Yeah. So did you always aspire to be a singer, even though you were singing?
Nah, I wanted to play football. I wanted to go to the league.
Yeah.
And I had got hurt like before college, and I was going to red shirt and do the whole ordeal, and it was just like I got a deal at the same time to be signed to Epic Records.
Right. That's with the
And-
group Anu.
Fire, that's tight.
Yeah.
So that was like an LA-based group, and man, we performed everywhere from Fox Hills Mall, high school tours, from Sarah to St. Bernard's and, Washington High School. I just remember, lunchtime, that's where it all started. Like the kids coming out, and that was my introduction to crowds. So it was always that pandemonium energy.
Yeah.
And I just fell in love. I got the bug right out of high school.
Wow. So the group with the Anu, that one, it kind of dissolved. So
Yeah.
you go with O&E.
Yes.
Yeah.
O&E, man, if you think Anu was performing everywhere, O&E, nobody even asked us to sing. Excuse me, we were 5 steps. Just, that was our thing. It
Was that a gospel group?
Nah, it was an R&B
Okay.
group, but that Drew Hill was just our song. That was the best, impactful,
Drew Hill.
explosive,
Yeah.
start that you could. We were harmony.
Yeah.
Like,
Did you do the
it
run
was
that
really
ooh,
cool.
yeah?
Oh yeah, a lot of
you
ooh
did the
yes.
Jodeci ooh yeah?
Real ooh yes all day. It's real R&B,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did it take practice for you to master them runs like that?
It did.
Yeah.
I listen and apply.
Yeah. You study.
First
So you're a
try.
student of the game.
Student of the game, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I understand how to do it. That's why it becomes so
Yeah.
easy. It's like, okay, this is all you got to do. It's like, like a layup. You know where to hit that backboard in
Exactly.
order for it to go
Repetition.
in. And I think,
Yeah.
that's what it is. Just writing so many songs and putting up so
Yeah.
many shots in the booth.
Yeah. I'm curious. So who were your musical influences?
Definitely the gospel artists like, Kim Burrell and Fred Hammond, the whole God's Property album. Back then when we had Melodies from Heaven and
Oh yeah. Oh,
Sing it on down. Yeah, Stomp,
Yeah.
Do you want a revolution?
Yeah. I used to like melodies from
That
Heaven,
was
though.
the vibes,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when you think R&B, of course, like, man, Usher is somebody that I, saw and was like, wait, maybe I can do that, Michael Jackson was probably the biggest influence at an early age
That's
to see
right.
what an actual superstar was.
man.
I was able to witness the
Yeah.
greatness.
That's
I know
right.
a lot
That's
of people
right.
don't know. I'm like, yo, bro.
Man,
Bro was the
he was
coldest.
him. He was him. Yeah, I
Mhm.
tell people, even me, I was a gangster rapper in the 90s, but that little spark started from seeing Michael Jackson on Motown 25.
Oh yeah, I just showed my sons that video clip
Yeah.
for the first time
Yes.
this week.
That was magic. It was magic. You know what I
Magic,
mean? Magic.
Now my son is trying to do the moonwalk, but he only seen it once, so it's like
Yeah,
he definitely don't got it. But
that's right.
it's just amazing
He
to
said
see
he
him
definitely
watch
don't got
it and want to emulate it immediately.
Yeah.
Wow.
However many years
I was gonna
later,
say generations later.
it's
still.
like that's still the bang.
That's the magic, man.
Oh, man.
Let me ask you: do you think that magic that Michael had and something from that era? Do you think that still is alive today in entertainment?
It is. It's not as appreciated.
Yeah.
But it is. When I seen, you know, the Beyonce concert, the Renaissance tour, I said, there it is. You know, when I went to Usher's concert and he did the Vegas residency, there it is.
Yeah.
Any Chris Brown show, there it is.
That's right.
You
That's
know what
right.
I mean? Chris
Yeah.
is going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
So it's a couple. It's a few, but I do think it's out there.
Yeah.
Tyler now too as well. I think we see that in her. Like, oh, superstar.
Yes.
Watch out.
Yeah. Talk to me about Erica Nuri.
Oh man, Erica Nuri, man. She is the discovery point. She's the one that say, all right, cool. This kid can sing at church, but now let's take him into the big rooms. Let's take him into the doors. Let's take him on, you know, the sessions that he deserves to be in. And I do feel like everyone needs that person that is their connection.
Right.
You know, he say it's all about connections. It's all about who you know. And I thank God that I knew Erica Nuri. I thank God that she, you know, had the heart and the desire just to discover new talent.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why I have the same desire to do the same when it comes to All Wins ENT. Like, nah, I need the new artist that's just dope. That's what I'm signing, because I'm not worried about who's viral. I'm not worried about who has the most views. I'm not worried about none of that, because all of that dies.
Yeah.
That's here today, gone tomorrow. But you have talent. Now you are actually equipped to duplicate. You know, so Erica was calling my house and leaving messages and voicemails when I was too young to answer the phone. And my mom wouldn't let me answer the phone because her dad did music, and, you know, she didn't want me in the music industry or anything around it until I had graduated. But when I graduated, I checked that inbox.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, you're calling to reach me? And it was history.
Yeah. Have you ever been, you've had a major situation, right? So you've been in the system of a
I've been in
major.
the system, but we never released an album.
Okay.
We never even released a single.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? Like, we was just a group that got signed. We was working on music. You know, in with the best of the best producers. A lot of the songs that we recorded, I later on, you know, it's Epic Records, so I later on heard them on Genuine album. I later on heard them on, you know, I'm like, hey, that's my verse, bro.
Yeah.
Genuine, same OG.
Yeah.
At least put me on there.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But that's how I learned. Like, oh, these ain't my songs.
Uh-huh.
This is this label song. This is, you know what I mean. So
So-
that was just swept off from under us, and I was left to just start over.
So hold on. So when you say your song, so meaning that you recorded the music for them,
Yeah.
and then they gave the song to someone else and they did it.
Yeah.
Wow. So is that your introduction to songwriting? Where it's like-
Yeah, but I didn't write the song.
Okay.
So it
I
was
see.
songs, you know, we were young.
I got
You know, it was professional
Yeah.
songwriters that
Got
were
you.
pitching their songs to A&Rs, and
Okay.
the A&R say, let's get Anu to cut this song.
Got
This is
you.
going to be a great song. And then we cut it. I'm in love with the song
Yeah.
now. I'm knowing it's coming out. And then one day I'm listening to Genuine album. Yo, you know, but it's like
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
rude
I
awakening.
got you. So where was the song for Anu, or was it a reference song that you guys?
It was a reference song, like
Okay.
just in general. You know, I think
Gotcha.
a lot of times writers write songs, they don't really care where they end up.
Yeah.
And that was like just a joint that was going to be on our album. Potential that, you know, was to come out, but just never made it out.
Right.
It's like they just utilize y'all to pitch.
They
Because
no,
that sounded good.
they
That
would
sounded good.
if we would have dropped it if we had got to that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think after a while, it was like, oh, what about that one song?
Yeah.
Didn't the group cut it? Oh yeah, but they're not a group anymore. Okay, well it's available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I don't think it was like it was just
Yeah.
we didn't get to use it. The song was gone.
So did you ever want to be signed to a major, or you just?
I did. I did want to, but I think after a while I started seeing a shift in the climate to
Yeah.
where the desire just
Yeah.
went away.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, wait, I'm nominated for Grammy. Wait,
Right.
we just did a sold out tour. You know, wait, like all of the things that I really wanted to do and was wondering if I could do them, I was knocking them out. You know,
Right.
song on the radio, things like that.
Yeah.
So
So-
it just wasn't a thing where I ever like pressed like,
Yeah.
let's call them, and try
Yeah.
to have a meeting or something.
Yeah. So unpacking that workload, because I come from the music industry, so I know how difficult it can be as an independent. So, I mean, how did you go about, composing your team? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you need a team to do that, to work
Yeah.
radio, to do, to get all that done. And
Yeah.
somebody got to pay for all of that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, especially me, I've been doing it for like a long time too.
Yeah.
So like 2010 is when I actually released my first solo project, Born to Sing, Volume 1, 10, 10, 10, 10 songs. And so, you know, we're going on 15 years here. So I look at it like the NASCAR joints when they go around the block, they go around the track. Guess what happened to that back rear tire? It's gone.
Yep.
New tire. Is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like whoever want to be here, you feel me?
Listen,
They gonna be here.
and
Yeah.
that's just,
Yeah.
The tire could get baldy or whatever, you know what it may be.
Yeah.
And some might be like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm gonna actually shine it and gloss it. Now
Yeah.
I just got a bald head. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we gonna make lemonade with lemons,
That's
you know?
right.
But,
That's right.
you know, and I think then it becomes a resurgence because it's like this music industry is up and down all the time.
Man,
you know,
it
one
really
day this
is.
person's hot, one day this person's hot. So I just look at it like, yo, whoever is gonna be down for the ride and the full journey, they gonna get the trophy at the finish line. We gonna all celebrate, all wins.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. The independent game is not for the faint of heart. You know, it's not for the faint of heart. So how did you get into songwriting?
Yeah.
Like, because you're a singer, so obviously you want to be out front, but you know,
Yeah.
not everybody can say, you know what, let me give my creativity to
Yeah.
someone else and be okay with that.
Yeah. So when I had got out of one of the groups, I was still contractually like bound to the point where it was like, all right, if you drop songs, this is, you know, that situation songs. But it was like a, you know, window where I could write. And I was writing the songs already back then. So I was like, all right, let's just try to do it.
Yeah.
And, you know, boom. One session after the next turned to like 2012. And I got like Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Usher. Same year, same summer, low key. It was like, you know, and after that, I think we live in a world where people just say, who's that? You know, who wrote those songs?
Yeah.
I want him, you know, and that's essentially, it's tough to get that first placement, but once you get it, everybody
Yeah.
start calling.
Yeah. Let me ask you, so what's your process, right? So do you go in with a person in mind, or do you just let the creativity pour out
Yeah.
and then place that creativity kind of target? Yeah, I can hear so-and-so doing this.
Now I only write for who I'm writing for.
Okay.
I used to just like, let's just go to the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like, put a beat on.
Yeah.
Like, what sounds cool?
Yeah.
But now it's very targeted, you know, especially with time. You know, I'm just like, I got to manage the time. Like, if I'm going to write a song, we know I'm going to nail it. Stop playing with me. Like, that's a given. We're not talking about that. But it's just about what are we doing it for?
Yeah.
Why are we going to the studio today?
Right.
Who needs a single? Okay, cool. Not a song on an album.
Yeah.
Who needs a single because they label is counting on us right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So now let's go, okay, cool. What's their last album sound like? Let me listen to that.
Yeah.
You know, what's their core fan base about?
Yeah.
Now let's write the song that fits in the velocity. The momentum is already there. They already going. If I throw
Yeah.
something out, it's like double dutch. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm writing a song that they need.
Right.
You need this, bro. I dare you to not take it, like, cause I'm gonna drop it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Yeah.
it's very
He said,
targeted.
I dare you to not take it.
I really do, because I already done the studying.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like, this is great for you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it matches with your melody register that's comfortable for you.
Yep.
This is your cadence style.
Right.
This is where your voice sounds best in melody. Like, I'm so far ahead. When you listen to it, you're like, this is hard. I'm like, I know. But it wouldn't be to this person, maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know the difference.
Yeah. Is that because, do you study the person? You study?
Yeah. When I'm writing, I'm only writing things because I used to like write songs that I would do, but my cadence is you know, you never know.
Yeah.
And I would like see people like hearing songs that I knew was like
Yeah.
fire songs, and then just skip over them. And then after a while, I was like, man, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then I started hearing people like, yo, when it's a demo, bro, don't do you can't do all the runs. You can't do it. People started telling me to calm my demos down.
Yeah.
And I think what that did was it taught me how to make catchier music. And I didn't even realize it. I'm just like, oh wow, I'm just sitting here trying to not overdo it, not oversell the
Yeah.
song to
Yeah.
make sure it's in the lines of this person. But now we got lullaby music.
Right.
We got jingles.
Right.
That sound great and still
That's
have
right.
substance and potency to them.
That's right. Do you feel like you as a singer and you actually being a singer under, and I'm assuming you understand chords, scales, you
Yes.
understand music theory and all of that.
Went to school.
Is
yeah.
it safe to say that nowadays it's about the feeling, not necessarily the music being correct, because the listener doesn't know music like that. They just know what they feel. Where it doesn't have doesn't have to be as polished.
The listener doesn't know, but the Grammy committee does. The listener is just like, this sound good. The
Right.
Grammy committee is like, let me hear that. Let me see the chord modulation. What does it sound like? Okay, cool. Today.
Wow.
I've been in the room of when we picking like final 5, who's going to win the Grammy, like, being a part of the Grammy team. So,
wow.
Congrats. I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
I didn't know you were part of the
yeah.
Grammy team. Okay.
I'm
How did you get on that?
so you got to, first you have to, be a member. You have to be a voting member. So I became a voting member, and, I think you have to be recommended. I think each member gets like 3 recommendations.
Yeah.
So, once you're in that loop, you can vote. Right now they have it to where you can vote online. But before that, it was like, no peer they call it peer voting.
Okay.
So now it's like everybody in the industry that is a voting member can vote. But before that, it was just only like a select few would get chosen
Right.
to actually go to the meeting. It would be a table maybe of like 12 to 15 people that actually listen to the songs. And in your album, we might listen to number 1, and then we go to number 4, and then we go to number 7. You can't, you know what I mean?
You gotta
can't
be solid.
You can't, yeah. So I'm like, oh, y'all listening, right?
Wow.
And then the very next album that I did after that process was Grammy nominated that I did.
Wow.
I was able to like tap in, and do everything necessary, and then
You kind of got the inside scoop.
got inside. So then
Yeah,
new
inside.
light, pow,
Yeah.
trophies
So
everywhere.
let me ask you, because there's always in the culture, there has been historically, not, especially 20, 30 years ago, there's a love-hate with the Grammy, with the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? So where does that put you? You know what I mean?
I
Because
think,
you with the
man.
culture.
Yeah, that's
but-
that's people that don't win.
Okay.
They the only ones that hate it.
Yeah.
Let me see a person with a Grammy in their hand not smiling.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
think them people, the Grammys ain't real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get a nomination, get an
Really?
award. Let's
Yeah.
see you at the suit Taylor spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talking.
That's
Still,
right.
you feel me?
That's right. Well, let's talk about Justin Bieber. What is it like being in a session with him and writing for him
Yeah.
and giving him hits?
That was the first time I couldn't use my phone when I was with Justin Bieber. A tweet went out, he retweeted it. It was so many reposts that I couldn't even take the notification. I couldn't get in the phone to unlock it, to go to my text, to go to my...
You
I
can-
couldn't even use the phone.
Wow.
It's done. It was
I
a
said,
wrap.
yo, this is what you do every day? This is normal? I can't get in. The notifications is coming.
Damn.
That was like, I was like, wow. But but that's just, just surface level. But, working with him, I think was probably the first time that I knew you could do anything in the studio. There was a moment when he said, hold on, he was in the booth. He was like, hold on, I hear a beat drop. I do beat drops all the time. Cool. Beat drop, bow. But he puts the microphone directly on, at an angle to where it's close to the table that was in the booth. And when the beat drop comes, he starts banging on the table like, boom. The beat came back in. He was like, all right, and told his engineer, like, hey, can you like mix that up? Make it sound cool. Next thing I know, the part come, and the dude do stuff to it. And I'm like, what was that?
Wow.
I was like, next session. Hey, do the beat drop. Put the mic on the table. Nah, I'm joking about that. But yes, I think that moment was just fire to see, such an innovative moment in a young artist's career.
Right. Would that be, what would he be one of your biggest hits? Would it be
Justin?
with Justin Bieber?
Not like numbers wise, but I
Okay.
think as far as like, man, Justin
Popularity.
Bieber's a global superstar.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Drake was on the song that
Yeah.
I wrote too. So like
Which song
from
was
Justin Bieber and Drake, it was called Right Here.
Yeah,
From
Right
them two together, that's probably like,
Yeah.
From consumption. From consumption, they say.
So I gotta ask, hometown, Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
I'm from Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
She's from KCK, but nevertheless,
Fire.
we neighboring cities.
Yeah.
Janelle Monáe. What's it like working with her?
Fire, man.
Yeah.
That was dope. I think, her entire just introduction to the music business, to the evolving that has taken place since her last album.
Man.
It was fire.
Yes.
To just watch it.
Yeah.
I think in the beginning she had the same fit on, right? That's what did it. Like, she got everybody's attention. Like, yo, that's her costume energy. To the point where now I'm understanding that, like, oh, you got to give people something to recognize. You got to give people some familiarity, to the point where now I'm like, okay, you're going to see the high socks. You're going to see the loafers. You're going to see the jean chain, LA hat, because it's branding, and I think she's like one of the best to do it. And to see her now, strip free from it all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Literally. Yes, literally.
It was just been a dope transition to just see her in this light, and then to see like, that's just an artist, true
she's
artistry.
super dope. I love Janelle Monáe. I mean, it's like she don't give a shit. She's just herself, unapologetically.
Yeah,
Voice,
definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
for
a
sure.
great actress too.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Yeah.
Got to meet her recently. Just a beautiful spirit, beautiful soul, beautiful person.
Yeah. So of course I got to ask you about the man, Breezy.
Breezy. Yes, sir. Dog.
Chris
my dog.
Brown.
Talked to him today. I mean, super cool dude. I think people get introduced to or just see one version. You know what I mean? I think I'm blessed to see a lot of different versions of people. What the media tends to portray,
Right.
and who people are behind closed doors, and their own homes and the confines of their own spaces. It's a lot of times two totally different people. You know what I mean? And it's just dope to be able to call him friend, amongst a lot of other people, because, I think that's what keeps me in my lane, to know who I am, and helps me appreciate my place in the music game.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think he still kind of gets a bad rap?
I do.
Yeah.
I think he does. I think it's tough because, he's definitely, like I said, Beyonce, Usher, Chris Brown. You know what I mean? I do think he's
a Michael Jackson of
he is.
Yeah.
So to see the people like just hating and, not catching amnesia on the areas when it would benefit a black man to be the greatest of all time. It's like, come on, y'all. Like, why are we bringing, what I mean, the past up? But it seems like with him, it's the most.
Yeah, it is unfairly too. I think. I think, I mean, he's human. We all make mistakes, and I don't think it should. Whatever mistake he makes shouldn't have been a disreputable moment. You know what I mean? And you're talking about years, like damn,
Years.
and especially a kid on top of that.
A
You know what I
kid,
mean?
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel for his gift,
Yeah, yeah, for sure. On the business side, you being independent and you been around before it was really, the streaming and all of that. What do you prefer? Can you appreciate how records are consumed and promoted now, and how by which way the content is consumed, like on the DSPs, or do you prefer the old school, physical?
Yeah, I think
CDs?
everything has to always change. Because once people figure something out, people, especially now, like this is the finesse era. People figure it out, and then they know how to do it.
Yeah.
But I love that it's ever evolving.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing you used to do, because there was a point when people could buy streams. There was a point when people could buy features. There was a point when people could buy radio spins. There was a point when people could, you know what I mean? So once everybody get caught on to the finesse, it's like now we gonna flood it.
Yeah.
But nah, you not, because now you actually gotta be great at content.
Right.
You feel me? Now
Yeah.
you actually have a dope
That's a
stage
fact.
show. So
That's a fact.
what you gonna buy? You feel me? Like you actually have to have a gift. What if the mic go out? What if you got to actually be able to sing? Like, it's just I love that it just switches up. At one point it might be easy for the people that's, good with the technology. But then I like how, then it flip-flop. And now, the kid with the falsetto is winning.
Yeah.
Can we go back real quick?
It makes it even. It evens the playing field.
Yeah.
Rebirth.
Yeah.
That's my That's my album.
Yeah. She said, let's stop. The Rebirth.
What was you? Can you just tell me just from my own personal, the mind, the creator? Because listen, I went to Art Institute North Hollywood. That was my jam. The dude I was dating at the time actually said this to me. He's like, I think you'll like this, and I was like, okay.
He got
And yep. And then I had an Eric Bellinger playlist on Pandora, and then Pandora came on.
Yeah.
So, but can you tell me about just creating that album?
Yeah. Nah, man, for sure. I think I was introduced to the world really in that year 2012 as a songwriter. I had been dropping songs, like I said, since 2010, but 2012 was the Eric Bellinger breakout year as a songwriter. A lot of times when people are introduced to you as one thing, they try to pigeonhole you or, say like, oh, that's what you always will be. You can't do nothing else. That's who you are. So that was 2012. So 2013, 2014, I had to do something. I say, hey, y'all, stop playing with me. Better play with somebody else.
Yeah.
And, I Don't Want Her was the lead single. Bang. That opened up all the doors. That was in 2013. And then early 2014 is when I dropped. And it was my statement album. This was I had to go to work, not one, but two. It's a double disc.
Yes.
It was like, yo, I'm solidifying myself. This is my effort. And we connected.
Yeah. So, I mean, you obviously have had some exhilarating highs, right? I mean, you've had an illustrious career thus far, but then you've had some devastating lows as well.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I know, but what would be the lowest point?
Man, just losing moms. I think that was it, And with this first Mother's Day coming up, it's a blessing where I'm at though, because I think I'm so tapped into like the peaceful era and energy that it's better there than here.
Yeah.
Way better. I believe that with all my heart. So I'm happy for her. So there's a silver lining there because, we can't imagine. It's unfathomable how incredible in heaven it is. That's it.
That's deep. Man, listen, I commend you because I lost my mom in 2010. Yeah. And I didn't have that understanding. Probably took me, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years.
Recent.
Yeah, probably, it was hard. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. It was for sure. It's still tough.
Yeah.
But I know. I just know. I know, like, she's in a better place, and that's what keeps me cool, The worst part is not being able to call her. But guess what? I know what she's going to say. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Do you feel like she's probably more with you now in death than she ever could be in life?
Yeah, because when she was here, it was times that she was sick a lot. Yeah. So when I'm away on tour, or when I'm somewhere, I'm worried about her. Yeah. I'm worried. She's sick. She's not feeling good. So I'm unable to fully be present wherever I'm at because a part of me is still in pain with her at home, in the hospital, wherever she may be. So, I think I'm telling you, like, it took, a lot of friends, like I talked to a lot of people that, had losses and dealt with grief. And I think they help, like a lot of times when you speak to someone that hasn't really dealt with it. Yeah. It's like, hey man, you can't really involve yourself in the
connect with that. Yeah.
I love you for real, but
with that.
I need to talk to somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
That knows.
Yeah.
This pain.
Yeah.
And to everyone that's been there for me, like people really have helped me through this. A lot of my closest friends and people that weren't, but now have become, because it's so. It's such a hard thing. That's the toughest thing, especially with it being mom. Like that's your entry point,
Exactly.
So it was tough, Still, like I said, a lot of like random I'm just crying. Okay, cool.
Oh man,
you know what I mean?
Listen, hey, that used to happen to me all the time. Yeah, it could be little triggers. It could be a song. Yeah, it could be a thought. Yeah, I would be in the gym, just randomly. I'm doing shoulders, and I'm like, and I'm just And I'm like, it just something come over me. I'm like, I'm in the gym crying. Like, where did that come from? I know. I remember one time. Shout out to Ricky Bell from BBD, from New Edition.
Listen, I was with Ricky yesterday. We worked
out.
We was doing shoulders together yesterday.
Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so me and him, we in the gym and we talking, and he's talking about when his mama passed, and he's kind of giving me, some encouragement. My mom had just passed.
Yeah.
Man, we in the middle of the gym. Before you know it, he crying, I'm crying.
Man,
and
it's
folks
real.
is just kind of looking at us, you know what I mean?
No, it's real. Like, but you gotta embrace the tears too.
Yeah.
Like it's, you can be like, oh, nah. But when I cry, I usually cry myself to sleep, and then I wake up and be like, where was I at?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Send you to a different realm.
Send me to a whole different realm.
Yeah, but when you do that,
I just
though,
appreciate it.
I think as a man, though, I mean, kind of segueing, I think it's good to get a good cry in every now and again.
Yeah.
If men gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
I say probably, maybe once every few years. You know what I mean? I may have a good, not just a boo-hoo, but we're human. We bear a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're taught not to show a lot of emotion and not to express that vulnerability. So every now and again you gotta let it out.
I agree. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. Talk to me about Tiny Desk performance.
That was fire.
With Usher.
That was definitely one of the highs.
Yeah.
I just remember when me and Vito was having this conversation after we just did it, right? We was like, hey bro, this gonna go viral. And we was just looking at each other. You know how you always you think something that you did was good. It's your baby, no matter what it is. If you bake a cake, you feel me? If you put an outfit together, whatever. If you did your makeup that day, you like, yo, this one is good. That was a moment that we knew was just gonna be so special.
Yeah.
And when it actually unfolded, when everybody saw it and it was getting reposted, it was just like, man, this is the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
Because all I want to do, I like the viral idea.
Yeah.
But I'm never trying to go viral for the wrong reason.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
Because that's your introduction.
Yep.
I don't want to be a jokester.
The
Yeah.
hashtag always tagging, trending for the right. Yeah, you're not trying to be
Nah,
the wrong
homie.
hashtag.
We viral for them
Yes.
notes,
Yeah.
homie.
Yeah, exactly.
Them notes was noting, bruh.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So it's like that was just the perfect thing. And shout out to Usher for, being the person he is. Yo,
Yeah.
I want to shine the light on my dogs.
That's right. That's
This
real.
ain't no hey, come sing background for me. It's
Yeah.
hey, let's come perform. I'm gonna let the people know what you do. I'm like, man,
That's
thank
some
you.
real shit.
Solid.
You
That's
didn't have
solid.
to do that.
That's
I was
super
here
solid.
ready. Doom, 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 da, da. I was ready. But you want to pass me the mic? You know what I'm gonna do. So shout
Yeah.
out to the big bro,
Yeah,
man.
and the fact that you was okay with playing your position. You
Yes,
know what I'm
sir.
saying?
Yes,
Most
sir.
people don't. They not okay with. There's so much ego.
Yeah,
in this thing of
yeah.
ours. You know what I mean?
You
Yeah.
see,
Do
man.
you feel like that's contributed to your success and your longevity and how you continue to reinvent yourself is because you
Yeah.
feel like there's room for everybody as
Yeah,
well? And you
for
don't
sure.
feel like you have to be, the main
Yeah.
guy every time?
I do, man. I really do. I feel like everybody's story is their own, legacy, whatever it may be. And I just embrace that. I never want to force nothing. I'm literally strapped in a seatbelt. I don't want to get up too early from the seat. You know what I mean? I'm really here for the ride, So I think with me not being in a rush, I'm able to enjoy the slow grind, a front row seat.
Yeah.
It's the best. This is the best
You
show
do it
on
for the
earth.
love of it.
I do it for the love. I'm just
Yeah.
sitting here okay, if you shining today, I want to watch you shine. Okay,
That's right.
because I could learn something probably.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Okay, now it's my turn. I'm going to apply what I can, apply what I want to, take away. And it's now you sit down. It's like when you do I like when I do music videos with artists and it's a feature, and then now it's our part and we go to the camera
Yeah.
and then you go back and then you
Yeah.
know when to.
Yeah.
That's how life is.
That's right.
I approach it okay, today they're going to be looking at me, but maybe the next moment, boom, I'm going to pass the ball to Six. And now I'm going to pass the ball to Steven or Dom,
Yeah.
and it's it's a team effort. And I really feel like when you're doing that, when you bob and weave in high school, when you first learn it in a basketball gym, you're ooh, bam, ooh, back, ooh, forward. Oh, we already have court. It's
Yeah.
you only know if you've been on there. You know what I mean?
Right.
In that moment, or the horse when a horse is running fast. I'm not talking about a pony ride. I'm talking about a gallop. I'm talking about when you gotta zing. That's where I'm at. I just want the people to know I'm trying to paint a perfect picture.
Right. Are there any artists out there that you want to work with that you haven't worked with?
K-Dot.
Yeah. Not like us. Not like us. Okay. K-Dot. So you ain't worked with K-Dot yet?
Nah, we had some shows together. You know, we grew up in the same circle. No, that's not a song. We need a song.
That only makes
it's
sense.
time. I've been saying it in interviews, but now it look like I'm just saying it. But I've been saying it.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Stop playing.
So, okay, speaking of K-Dot.
Yeah.
With everything going on with him and Drizzy.
Yeah.
You know, what are your thoughts on that?
Hey, amazing bout. 12 rounds. Maybe 6. But
Yeah.
however many rounds it was, I'll give it to 12. You know, it was just like a full fight.
Yeah.
And
Who you think won?
I definitely think Kendrick won.
Yeah.
For sure.
Why? What gave him the edge, you think?
Drake gave us J. Cole energy at the end. J. Cole said, hey, I'm out of this.
Yeah.
Drake did the same thing. He said, you know, it was cool. It was fun. It was
so
like,
he felt like he bowed out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm never bowing out.
Oh, you going?
Never. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Come see me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
Strap to the seatbelt.
what are you talking about? Like, I'm waiting.
Yeah.
You feel me? So, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
once he started defending himself, it's like, nah, you just got to come with a harder bite.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got you.
Right.
He got you. Oh, damn.
Got you so
Yeah.
good.
But
Compton.
not
It's
like
Compton.
us is a banger, though.
It's Compton. Yeah.
Not like us is a banger, though.
It
That's a
is.
banger.
It is. He played his own game. Like,
Yeah.
at this Bob.
Yeah.
They was too emotional. Like, give me some.
Now, I just seen something recently. They were saying that Kendrick was stealing tweets. You see that? They were saying that, yeah. So they were going back. Social media is crazy. You can't get away with it.
Oh, yeah.
But they were saying that a lot of his lines were from stuff that people said 5-6 years ago in tweets.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's even more genius.
Yeah.
I was about to say, but that's creative though.
He said he's genius, huh?
Because
He said
he
it's
tied it all together.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Yeah.
You know, he dropped it at 16. You know,
But
he
it
dropped it at
makes sense.
8:24. Kobe Day. You know, it's like, bro.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
bro,
But it makes
it's
sense
crazy.
because it did seem like Drake was watching Kendrick, but Kendrick was watching social media. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's kind of appealing to what people are saying. You know what I mean? And Drake was looking at him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Kendrick is like, nah, I'm gonna get the masses.
I'm gonna get the masses. As soon as the mustard beat hit the email,
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So if he calls you to get on the track and it's going to Drizzy, and that's you want to do a song,
Who?
is you
Mustard?
down? No, Dot, K-Dot.
it's me, Dot, and Drizzy.
Yeah, no. So what I'm saying is, you said you want to get on a song with Kendrick.
Yeah.
So if Kendrick say, you know what, let's roll, but we gonna roll on Drake.
Yeah, you need 8-bar hook or 12. Hey, but Drake, like, think about it. Like, people could go back and see all the interviews and it's like, yo, who's one of your favorite artists? Drake. Like,
Yeah,
Drake.
Facts.
Drake. He's
Facts.
hard.
He
Yeah,
is.
no,
He
like,
is.
sure.
Yeah.
He's hard. You know,
Yeah.
like, he make hit
Yeah.
records.
I've
like,
defended Drake.
You know what I mean? Like, period. Like,
He's diverse.
Lauryn Hill, you know what I mean? Singing, rapping. Like, Drake came with that energy for real. So,
You just gotta
it's
take that
just,
L.
yeah, if we talk, and
Yeah.
people win and lose all the time. Like, I feel like he gonna come back stronger. I feel like
Yeah.
he gonna come back with a song that's so undeniable that it's gonna go number one.
I mean, he's got
instantly.
talent,
It's
so,
cool,
yeah,
but
yeah.
just accept the L. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's stronger when people accept they L too. Because if he had kept going, it just
Yes.
Yeah.
it would have been bad. Because K-Dot was in a vibe.
Yeah. He definitely was.
He was in his zone. Like, I dare, bro. You know,
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that place.
So
I know that place.
talk to me about Rebirth 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 years later, man. This is the big anniversary for me. So I knew, you know, it had to be special because, like, with you, and I knew a lot of my supporters, like, they loved the Rebirth album. So with me saying this is the 10-year anniversary, so I just went even harder. You know, a lot of the albums that I put out, a lot of times it maybe take a year, 6 months. But this one, I've been working on it for like 5 years. So
Wow. Wow. So how do you do that, being that music changes, especially now? You know, lingo changes, you know, the whole little nuances change. Like
some songs, like I don't write a second verse until it's time to release. So like people will hear my albums and then they'll hear the second verse and it switch up. It's because that's gonna keep the current vibe. You know what I mean? I just wrote that. Like once I said, all right, cool, we're gonna use that. Then I finished it up and I added the bells and whistles. But it's no such thing as an old song. It's like run that back. That's 5 years old. You know what I mean? Like Writer's Block, 5 years old. A lot of songs on the album is just joints that I was holding. Like I know this is crazy. And the same way Shaka Khan's Sweet Thing hit right when it come on. That's what I'm aiming for. So if I don't got you in 5 seconds, whether it's new or old, because it may be, you know, old to me, but it's still new to the world.
And what I love is that you have a way of infusing like that 90s R&B feel, but still making it current. And I feel like that's so hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's those melodies. People don't tap into those melodies.
Okay.
Them melodies was like sing along. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people now they rapping too much on the cadences. Like I get it, I be doing it too, but you gotta do a little bit. You can't do the whole song.
That's a fact.
Like give me a slow melody. Like give me that so I can sing with you.
Yeah, it's different. You're right, because a lot of, I don't know, it's like it's a difference between singing and singing.
Yeah.
You know, so not many today can sing.
I agree.
Who do we got that can sing?
Jasmine Sullivan.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
I think Tank can sing.
Tank can sing.
Yeah.
We missed her the Juneteenth, unfortunately. I trekked from the Valley to Juneteenth just to see Jasmine.
Jasmine, right?
They messed it up. They messed it up. She had to scurry up on out of there. I feel it. I love Jasmine.
Scurry. Nah, she could blow. That's the vibes. You know what I mean? It's dope and always refreshing to see somebody just wailing.
I that's what I grew up with. You know, watching Shaka Khan and even Whitney Houston. The voice. Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills. Man, you don't hear Stephanie. You don't hear that. I mean, I guess Fantasia would be probably.
Yeah, like Fantasia.
Jennifer Hudson. Definitely.
Those are some more dope artists for sure. But we do need some more new artists wailing, because I think the vibe era took over.
Yes.
We just
it is.
That's what I'm saying. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. Same with rap though. Same with rap.
Yeah,
it's like, we don't give a fuck what he talking about. You know, we taking pills. Dibbity dibbity. Fuck, it's a vibe.
Mumble rap.
So your new album, you have you got Mozzie. You got the homie Mozzie on there.
Yes, sir.
What was that like?
Yes, sir. That was, man, me and Mozzie getting in a lab one day. We did 5 songs.
Yeah.
And then I was like, let me get that one.
Yeah.
He was like, let me get this one. So he got Jaded. I got the joint Gang Slide. It's another one that we did. I'm going to put that on one of my next albums. And we still got joints. You know, I think we just... You know, that's my bro, for real. Like, we got a lot of success. Every song we do is just always fire. So shout out to Dave, Dave-O, for keeping us locked in. You know what I mean? It's time for you and Mozzie to get back in. Yup. Let me know. And then we just cook up. That's my bro.
And you got Queen Naija.
Yes.
And Neo.
Yes. Yeah. Queen Naija, Neo. Big fan of Queen. Oh, man, since her beginning. She's another one. Like, she could sing. I'm like, yo, her voice is fire, so pure. And, you know, I think she's one of the realest artists, too, of our time. I think she wears, you know, whatever it is on her sleeve in a way that's, I've never seen it done that good out of every artist. You know, so I really commend her and just love watching her and her family, you know. And then when you know, talk about Neo, that's like, that's one of my biggest inspirations when it comes to doing it all. You know, when it comes to songwriting at the highest level, artistry at the highest level. Then he was the label exec at the highest level, Motown. You know what I mean? Like, that's the dream, you know? So, you know, then to see him, boom, now he's acting.
I seen him in BMF.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I really, really look up to Neo. So, you know, shout out to him for being a part of the project. That's my dog.
That's dope. And so I keep going back to it, man. Independent, but yet you're touring here and internationally.
You
and
working like
that's what I'm saying. Like
that's
that's impressive. And you got cracking internationally too. Talk to me about South Africa.
Oh, man. I fell in love with music again. You know, like I've been making R&B for my whole life. You know, on some like, I just want to be the Usher. I want to be the R&B guy. That's what I want to be. And I think R&B is in an interesting space. You know, people, is R&B dead? R&B dead? It's like, shut up, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I think it's just not being pushed the same because there's not as many spaces for it to live. But that Afro beats music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's spots. You got Afrobeat night. You got you know the radio. You know it's just everywhere. But at the same time, the music is still reminiscent of an R&B song. You know, like
so good.
It feels so good. And now you got the grooves. And now you can come out of the rap and you can go right into that.
Right.
And I think I've been able to do a perfect fusion of the rhythmic R&B, man, with the Afro vibes, the I'm a piano vibes. I went out there and I was able to really tap in. I didn't want to just make the music out here with the homies. I was like, I need to go over there, meet new people, and learn. And really do it the right way. Right. I'm not just doing this. Like, I'm actually with the most, like I said, the most incredible, just hungry artists, and they just was like so willing and embracing towards me. I appreciate it so much because now I got a whole new album. And I'm excited for the world to hear it.
Did you record some of your album in South Africa?
I did.
Okay.
A lot of it.
A lot
of it.
Dope. That's dope.
A lot of it was done out there.
Is the Afro beats, now I know South Africa is obviously a lot different than, Nigeria and the northern part of Africa. So is that where the Afro beats kind of started?
So Afro beats, I would say like Lagos and Nigeria.
That's what I thought.
We got Burna Boy.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
We
But
Nigerian.
Okay, yeah. But like Cape Town, that's more the I'm a piano sound.
Okay.
But I think for me, I like the Afro sound. It's just not as like aggressive, and for me, that's what keeps it still smooth. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk to me about your writing camps.
Yeah. The writing camps is amazing, man. I think when people hear the term writing camp, they just like, what you mean? Like, writing camp, you think of camp and you think of writing. It's literally combining the two. Imagine you go with, there's like 15 songwriters and producers. We took over a whole studio space, so we had 3 different rooms, and each room was working on something completely different, but all towards the same cause. We was all working towards this new album that I'm about to drop. But when you have everyone creating around you, it opens up a different type of not competition. But I'm gonna make sure I'm coming with my A game.
But that's good energy. That's good energy. It puts iron sharpens on iron.
It does, man. It does. So it was dope to see and feel and be a part of, to the point where it was like, hey, come and hear this one. Come and hear this one. I was like, ah! And every time I would go in the room, it would just be another hit. And I'm like,
feeding off each other.
This is crazy. This is, I didn't know what to expect. I hoped it would be something like that, but it fully exceeded my expectations. And I met a whole lot of new friends and family out there. For sure.
Nice.
In the midst of all of this, because you have a lot going on, and remember, independent.
In
the midst of all of this, you are a husband. You are a father.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about that?
Yes.
And the balance that she provides.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got the best teammate in the world, Amaya. I look at it like, had I, been trying to do the same thing without her, it'd be impossible. It really would, because she allows me to, push the dream, push the vision, being in 2 places at once. Because now I got to show here, but she's here making sure this is taken care of, making sure maybe the kids is at school, making sure, maybe they have whatever they may need. It's Teachers Appreciation Week, and you got to take apples or oranges. You know what I'm saying? It'd be little bitty things like that she does. And I just appreciate, while at the same time having to do her acting as well. So, that's where our balance comes in. And it's just been in a great space where, okay, now I can go home and hold it down. And now you away, you know, making us proud.
Can I tell you something? That song "Reward."
Yes.
When I see her,
Uh-huh.
I feel like you singing to
I
her.
am.
I feel like you singing to her. I was like, that's so beautiful. I love that song.
Thank you, man.
Yes.
I am. You know,
As you
she's
should.
all that.
As you should.
She's all that.
I just seen her at Pete's Coffee, actually.
You did? She gonna be at
I
Pete's.
seen her at
She gonna
I
be.
just seen her at Pete's Coffee.
Listen, every day she's doing the coffee.
Yes.
You sound like me talking about your mama.
Yes, he
Don't
does.
he?
I love it.
I'm here with you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I
You
know
know what I'm
exactly
saying?
what that is.
It's a
Yeah.
blessing.
That's
It is.
powerful.
It is for sure.
Yeah. So I want to talk about something that you like to say, right?
Okay.
Your ideology. Talk to me about knowing your why.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It gives your life meaning, you know. It helps with your purpose, you know. The why is the purpose. You know, I think I've took my time to gather what I believe that God placed me on earth for. Like, okay, I want you to do this. I need you to do this. I need you to do this. And these are your tasks, you know. And I think once I identified what it was, okay, that's what I'm supposed to be doing. That's why I'm here, you know. And I think by eliminating my personal self-desires,
Yes.
that's the biggest thing, you know, like eliminating your own personal desire, you know, because we are humans. But I've signed up, you know, for the task, for the job.
Oh, I feel you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, this is what I got to do. This is what I got to do. Why? Because he told me to.
Yeah.
You
It
know?
fills you up.
It fills me up.
Yeah. So that's the difference so basically you chase your purpose.
Yeah.
You know, I always tell people be a purpose chaser, not a paper chaser. You know what I
That's
mean?
good. Yep.
Yeah, because when you following your purpose, the money and all the accoutrements of success will
It'll
follow.
come. It'll
you know?
come.
Yeah.
You gotta have faith. You gotta trust.
Yeah.
You know, especially like you say, the independent is like it really is independent. You know,
Yeah.
to the point where okay, now we about to drop another album. Okay, how much is it gonna cost us? Like we have to write out every single thing in the same way somebody may want to go get, you know, this car, this jewelry, this house. I'm putting that up
Yep.
for an album.
Yep. For an album.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the hopes that the people love it.
Yep.
With the hopes that it comes back in streaming.
Yep.
It comes back in royalties. It comes back with guest appearances, features.
Yep.
Now I'm hot. Now they want me to go to a club. Now they want me to do a
Shows, yeah.
show. You know, now the show money. It's like it all comes back, but in different ways. You
That's
know,
right.
so
That's
you know,
right.
you gotta have a team that believes because it really is tough. You know, it's independent, but my team.
Yeah.
Come on, you seen Cat Williams? And he was like, line them up.
Yeah.
Line them up. Like, what? You're not touching my squad.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, it's definitely a grind. How important is mindset
Yeah.
to be able to sustain your success, especially
Yeah.
independently?
It's up there too, because if you can't take, you know, what the people might say, even as small as the criticism, you know what I mean? You gonna go into hiding. Like as soon as you know, because we live in a day and age when you drop some, everybody might not drop a fire emoji.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know,
Right,
so like
right.
people can come down. Like everybody is just talking on
Yep.
the internet.
Yep.
Any comment that you see is crazy.
Yep.
So for starters, you gotta just be cool and strong enough. Like they ain't talking about me.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what they talk about. You know, like, and that's just a small
Yep.
thing because you know dealing with society is one thing, but also, you know, I think that mental health, but muscle health, going to the gym.
That's right.
You know, eating right.
That's right.
All of these different things play a part. If you eat in McDonald's, you're gonna feel like Ronald.
Yep.
You feel me? If you're not at the gym, you feel me?
Yeah.
You're gonna feel
That's a
that
fact.
the sluggish energy.
That's a fact.
And I think it's like getting in that routine and having the discipline. It really helps in ways that are subliminal. You don't even know. You don't even realize
This is
like,
a fact.
oh, I can get up faster now because I have more energy.
Yep.
I used to be, I can't get out the bed like, oh, I'm hitting snooze 10 times. Now I'm like
Yes.
excited.
Yeah.
Ooh, another day?
Yeah.
Because yesterday I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
But now I can hop on what I needed to hop on yesterday.
Right.
Like, I'm still in that. I feel like because I'm still after it. I'm still lifting weights. Like, if you mentally are trying to push a weight off you for no reason, or if you're doing mountain climbers, like, why am I doing mountain climbers?
I never looked at it like that.
Who are you doing mountain climbers for, bro? You doing dips, burpees, like, you eating right. And I think once you start disciplining your mind,
that's a fact.
everything else falls into place
That's
that
a
you didn't
fact.
even realize, because now you were patient at the light, so you didn't get in an accident. Now you were, you know,
It shows up in everything.
it shows up in
everything,
that you
yeah.
don't even realize.
And man, I'm glad you said that, because I've been saying that for years, and people look at me like I'm crazy, because I'm like, working out, it's mental. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I tell people, just because I look like this and we go to the gym,
Yeah.
most days we don't feel like it, but
This
it's the
man will
discipline.
sit in the car for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'll get it together.
And
I'll
go.
sit in the car. Yeah,
you go.
But I go.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
know what you
And I
mean.
go and I
The
get
car
it done.
office, first of all.
Yeah,
Right?
the car
Yeah.
is the spot. The car is the bed, the office, it's everything.
The car office is
The
crazy.
car office, that's absolutely.
You get it done
Because
in
my
there.
wife would be like, "Man, you been at the gym all this time?" I said, "Now you know I was in the car for about 2 hours." You know what I mean?
I knocked out the workout.
Yeah. I've been on the phone. I
Yeah.
done ate my pre-workout. I done took a
Yeah.
nap. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's really
I done
like
meditated.
same, man. We getting it done on the
Yeah.
jack, bro.
So, but you were right, man. And through working out, just simply working out and being consistent, it went through, it permeated to other areas of my life.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
follow through and discipline.
Yes.
And I tell people, when you walk out the house, you have to have your armor. You have to be strong mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, because you're
Financially,
being
yeah.
attacked, you know, from every angle, you know. So
Yes.
don't make it easy. You know
Don't
what I
make
mean?
it easy. That's
Don't
it,
make it
man.
easy.
But once your mind is in there, it's a wrap.
you
Like,
lock
in.
I didn't go to the gym today. You
Yeah.
feel crazy. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't work out, or you really do feel crazy. And that, like you said, it's the same.
You gotta
It's
lock
the
in with
same.
you. Yeah.
You apply that discipline to your work. You apply that work to your relationship. You apply the relationship
right.
to your, you know what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
You get a synergy within
Yeah.
yourself, and it feels good, and then
It
it just
is.
permeates. And then what I love is that everything mirrors back to you.
Yes.
The work that you're doing.
It's all for you.
Yeah,
It's
we
all
attract
for
what
you.
we think about. You know,
Yes.
what you put out there is what you. That's why even on this platform, you know, I try to make it count. You know,
Yeah.
I created it to humanize the culture, to uplift us, make us look good. I mean,
Yeah.
we keep it real and keep it authentic, even
Yeah.
when it's ugly. But it's a way you can address that. You know, but I knew that if we talk about shit like this and we talk about business, we talk about you know, forward progression, then that's what we're gonna get back. If we talk about gossip and bullshit, that's what we'll get back to.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I like
so what
to
you
live in
put out
LA,
there.
and I like to go to LA still. So I don't want to.
Right. No, for real,
Yeah.
You gotta
man.
live real life.
People really be
Yeah.
on the negative vibes.
Oh yeah,
and
They
it's
get this
crazy.
mic and that camera in front of them.
So what you think about?
And they forget.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I be tripping because it be the people that get this mic and get the camera and they forget they a whole bitch. And they get, you know what I'm saying? And
They
get to
forgot.
they forgot.
Not a
But
half
the
one,
people
a
don't.
whole one.
They be ripping them in the comments. I be reading them with
Like,
the
you a
popcorn,
whole
like,
goober. Go sit
this
down.
is good. I love these comments.
hey, what's funny is it's funny that you said that. Even though I'm a positive dude and I have a I low key be
No.
with the bullshit. I sneak-
entertainment.
It's like I sneak away.
But-
like, damn, I would never.
You
but-
know your purpose.
Yeah.
That's their thing.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
like, but it's important also to know,
Yeah.
like, wow, this is what people are actually.
Man.
This is what
listen,
they talking about. This is what they
bruh,
doing.
this
So
is what
how
they
am I
entertained
gonna
by? Yeah.
play the game without compromising my character?
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
I'm not changing. But
Exactly.
you're gonna see me in the mix. I'm not gonna go
Yes.
against the grain. I'm gonna go
Right.
with it in a way that works for me.
Works for me, bruh.
I like
Damn.
that.
I feel like he my long lost brother or something. Like, wow.
feel me, bro? Like-
that's the same way that I'm here. I'm like, I know how to do
Play
it
the
my
game
way. What's
my
comfortable
way.
with me. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. Exactly.
Hey, so man, what else you got coming, brother?
Man, we trying to dib and dab into the film and television.
Mm-hmm.
We trying to do the label, trying to really launch the label, make it a you know, like Motown, like
Mm-hmm.
for real. As well as me and wifey, you know, just doing some things together, you know, like we really just haven't done anything when it comes to recording ourselves together
Mm-hmm.
or taking, you know, it's like if you catch us in a picture together, cool, we went, you know, she
Yeah.
was at my event. But we haven't really said, let's do this.
Yeah.
You know, and I think lately we've been like, all right, you know, I'm glad that we focused on ourselves first.
Yep.
Going on 10 years anniversary.
Man, congratulations.
And now, you know,
Congratulations.
it's not really trying to tell people how to do it.
Yeah.
It's just letting people in our world.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, seeing our story and seeing, you know, what works for us.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
No, that's good. I think it's good to demonstrate that too.
Yeah.
You know, we had Wesley Jonathan on, and we were talking about the importance and the struggle sometime of keeping your relationship private.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a difference between, because in the comments they going back and forth, but it's like it's a difference between keeping it private, but then hiding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know, so how do you balance that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's just never been in hiding. You know what I mean? Like when we first got together, it was me and her on the cover together.
Right,
Like,
right.
I'm letting it be known, like in the Cupping Season album cover.
You keep
know what I'm
your
saying?
business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes,
They're not
you know
a
we're a
social
couple.
media couple.
No.
They're not a,
No.
That's what
I'm just
saying.
saying
Yes.
it's not hiding.
Right.
It's not
Yeah,
like,
no.
Right.
this is my wife. Like, this
Yeah.
what we doing. Like, I remember
Yeah.
back in the day when I was in a singing group, no matter what, of course I had a girlfriend here, girlfriend there, but it was told, like, when y'all do an interview, you say, we're single.
Yeah.
That was the thing.
Yeah.
This was so many years ago, you
Right.
know. But
Yeah, yeah.
you know, I think once I was out of that, and I was like, "What?" Like,
Yeah.
she way more important than this
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
She's
that's
way
right.
more important than the public opinion. She's
That's
way
right.
more important than anyone, because
Right.
she's the one that makes me happy.
That's a fact.
So if y'all want to know me,
Yeah.
you gotta know who makes me happy too.
Yeah.
You gotta know where the engine is. You gotta know the
Yeah.
battery in my back.
That's right.
Otherwise, I will be doing her a disservice.
Right.
And shout out to her though, because she reminds me of mother. She's not a messy woman too.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
you know, that,
I appreciate her
Yeah.
for that too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what I mean. So
Like
that's
that
what I'm saying.
outfit. Turn around for the people. You good. It's always
Yeah.
something that's edifying
Yeah.
and respectful, but it's
Exactly.
still she outside.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's
She's
what
a
I'm
woman
saying.
about
She
it.
walks the line so perfectly.
And that's what I'm talking about. I'm saying the fact that y'all able to do that, because you know
Yeah.
nowadays
I catch
the
you, I
fans
catch you.
the fans want to know your problems. They want to know.
yeah.
They want to be in on the family chat. On you know what I'm
They
saying?
do, man. But you know, I think it's good because we really not about the
Yeah.
fame, clout,
Yeah.
none of that. Like
That's
I hate it. I run away. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like I don't want no.
That's
I
a
mean,
fact.
I'm cool
That's a
with.
fact.
I'm already where I want to be.
Yeah.
So you know what
Yeah.
I mean. So I think we both have that, and we both are from LA. And I think that the people from LA is like we build in a way that's like we cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We just cool. You feel me? And that is who we both are. Our relationship, we both cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So on that note, brother, we're gonna let you get out of here, man.
Man,
Appreciate
thank
you
y'all
stopping
for the
through, man.
great energy.
Yeah, yeah.
Great
Likewise,
vibes.
likewise, brother. And you listen, you're always welcome. You know,
Thank you.
anytime you got anything going on, you want to pull up.
Yes,
You have an
sir.
open invitation, my brother.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Appreciate
yeah,
y'all.
Yeah. So listen, that's another one for the Holdin Court podcast, Big Court. My oldest daughter, Rachel Renee, and the
Rachel Renee.
homie Eric Bellinger.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
It's easy.
And we out.